everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another week of dinner recipe ideas. I filmed the same video a couple weeks ago and a lot of you guys in my comments said that you wanted me to do another one, so I have some new recipes for you guys today. These are all going to be really healthy, plant-based with lots of veggies in there. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up, and let's just get started. For tonight's dinner on the menu, I'm going to be making a creamy broccoli soup. I've posted this recipe before a long time ago. It's one of my favorite easy dinners to throw together because you can put a ton of veggies in it and it's creamy, so it's really satisfying even though it's really healthy. And I'll show you how to make it. That's a strong onion. I literally hate cutting mushrooms, you guys. They're so annoying to cut. So this is how I make my dairy-free creamy broccoli soup. It's Monday, we're starting out the week with something really healthy and filled with veggies. And even though it sounds really healthy, I swear me and Colin love this recipe. It's really good. Right, Colin?
Yeah.
So I'm starting out by sauteing one onion, then I added in about a half a package of chopped mushrooms, gave that a little stir, and then I added in 2 diced carrots and 2 cloves of garlic. And I just let the carrots and mushrooms get a little bit soft before I add in the rest of the ingredients. Make sure you chop up the broccoli really small and go ahead and add that in along with 4 cups of veggie broth. For seasonings, I'm using some fresh black pepper, liquid aminos, ground thyme, and a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. This is what's going to give it a cheesy flavor. And I also added in some turmeric for color. Let that come to a simmer. Farty soup, farty soup. Cream of broccoli and bean fart soup. Okay, this is gonna sound interesting to some people, but for the creamy base, I'm gonna blend up some white beans and some nuts and seeds. This is sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, and cashews, and I just soaked them ahead of time. And you need a half a cup of nuts and seeds and 1 can of white beans. And just fill it with enough water to cover it. And honestly, anytime I make a creamy soup, this is what I do. Just blend up some beans and nuts and seeds, and you get like a creamy replacement from cream. On its own, this is not gonna have like any flavor because I didn't add anything to it, but it's gonna like mix with the soup and take on any flavors that's in there. Okay, now let's add in our bean cream mixture. And just let this simmer all together. Okay, to thicken up my soup, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of arrowroot starch and a tablespoon of water. And this is how the creamy broccoli soup turns out. The arrowroot starch acts as a nice thickener. You can add more if you want it to be like extra thick. And feel free to adjust the seasonings to your taste. I added in some more spike seasoning at the end, which is just like a really good all-purpose seasoning. And it was super comforting and filling, and we just love this recipe. So next up, I'm making a veggie-filled stir-fry, but to make it a little more fun, I'm adding some dumplings in there. I'm gonna use tempeh today because I feel like I don't really use it that often. I always use tofu, but I feel like tempeh is even a more healthful option because it's fermented, so it has good probiotics, and it's the whole soybean, whereas tofu, some of the fiber is discarded when they make it. Okay, so for my stir fry, first I'm adding the onion, mushrooms, and carrots to the pan, and I'm letting those cook first so that the carrots get nice and soft before I add in the other veggies. Then I add my tempeh right on top of that and splash in some veggie broth to sort of steam everything together. And once my carrots get a little pre-cooked, I add in the zucchini and broccoli. I seriously love broccoli so much. I bought 3 bags of broccoli this week because that's how much me and Colin go through broccoli. This is the teriyaki sauce I'm gonna be using. I just kind of watered it down a little because there was only a little bit left. And I'm just gonna let the broccoli like steam on top of everything for a couple more minutes. And in the meantime, I'll show you what I'm gonna do for my dumplings. Here's my dumplings. I'm gonna be using, these are the Thai vegetable gyoza from Trader Joe's. I'm going to just microwave these to like pre-cook them a little bit before I add them in. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my dumplings in on top. Carefully mix them in, and this is almost done. This seriously took me like less than 20 minutes to throw together. Super easy dinner. I'm just gonna put the lid on and let it steam for a couple more minutes. And here is the finished veggie tempeh dumpling stir fry. This seriously came out so good. Look how good this looks. Oh, it looks delicious. This is so simple but so delicious. This is one of my favorite easy meals to throw together. It seriously took me like 20 minutes. Top it off with some sesame seeds. And I ate it with some homemade kimchi I made. And all together it was so yummy. So for tonight's dinner, I'm gonna be using these vegan spinach and cashew ravioli that I got from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna make like a ravioli primavera. So I'm gonna saute all my veggies, then I'm gonna make a creamy garlic sauce to mix it all together. It's gonna be super yummy, so let's get started. Checked how long these cook for. 3 to 4 minutes. Damn! Gotta slice a little faster here. So first I'm sauteing 1/2 of an onion, and once again I like to splash in some veggie broth or water so it doesn't burn on the bottom, but I kind of burned it already. Then I'm adding in the sliced mushrooms and some cherry tomatoes. I sure did burn a little on the bottom. Let's add my tomatoes and the garlic. I'm gonna add my seasonings. This is some Italian seasoning. It's just like basil and parsley and oregano. Lots of crushed red pepper flakes. Black pepper. Mix that up. Give that a stir, and I just let those soften up a little bit. Then it was time to drain the ravioli, but you want to make sure you save some of the pasta water to add to the sauce later on. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my zucchini. Add in the broccoli. And simmer that in some more veggie broth. All right, I'm just gonna put the lid on, let those steam. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make my cream sauce. I'm using 1/4 cup of hemp seeds and 1/2 cup of chickpeas. I really wanted to use white beans, but I ran out, so I'm using chickpeas. Some garlic powder, some nooch, some lemon juice, and a little bit of garlic salt. Then the sauce. And it made a lot. Add in the ravioli. Carefully fold these in. Oh my, I just feel like this is gonna be fire. Okay, the sauce on its own is nothing special, but with the veggies, it all tastes so good with the spices. It doesn't look very pretty, but it is so good. It tastes so amazing with all the seasonings together. The Kali Wali meter's gonna give us a ranking. Bro, it's not hot. It's not hot. Do you like the sauce?
Dankness.
Well, it's day 4 and I'll show you what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna make pea protein tacos with crispy almond flour tortillas. And this recipe is gonna be pretty much the same recipe that I made freezer prep taquitos. First, I'm making a pea protein taco crumble. So I'm sauteing 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, and half a package of chopped mushrooms with Mrs. Dash Southwest Chipotle and some chili powder. And I threw in some adobo seasoning, but you can just use regular salt. Stir that all together and let the mushrooms cook down a little bit. Next, I'm adding the pea crumbles. I soaked these in veggie broth for about 15 minutes to rehydrate them, and I'm just gonna add these in. And some black beans. I added more veggie broth, and you kind of need a lot of liquid to like rehydrate the pea protein crumbles so they're not like hard and crunchy. And then I'm also gonna add in half of the mashed black beans. And mix it up again. Okay, so this is how my filling turned out. It looks so good and it tastes amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Siete almond flour tortillas. These are super bomb and they get nice and crispy, which is what I love about them. They are super expensive though. So I'm just gonna slop some on here. Sprinkle some cheese and fold it in half. This is the jumbo one. Then I whipped up a super quick and easy avocado dipping sauce to go with my tacos. So this is 1 avocado, a half of a zucchini, garlic salt, and 1 lime juice. Oh yeah. And these came out so delicious. Okay, so this is how my pea protein crispy tacos came out. If you make anything from this channel, this one is definitely one to make. They came out so good. The cheese is nice and melty inside. I didn't really add that much, but it still tastes so good. And the tortillas are perfectly crispy. I already started eating one. Okay guys, well I have taste tester Kali Wally here. Excited, baby. He likes tacos. I'm really happy for you. Tell us what you think.
Crunch.
Did you hear the crunch? You like it? Tell the people if you like it.
Me like it.
And I made avocado sauce. But it's not just avocado sauce, it's avocado zucchini sauce.
I thought it was the pesto.
Wow, you have no taste buds then. Don't you think it's one of the most dankest things I ever made?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the next day and I'll show you what I'm gonna make for dinner. This one's gonna be really easy. I do not feel like cooking and cleaning a whole bunch. I have all this kale pre-washed that I'm gonna use. Get some broccoli. I bought this fresh basil from Trader Joe's and I have a lemon. And I'm gonna make a kale broccoli pesto pasta. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just blanch some of my veggies. So I'm gonna blanch some broccoli, a few big florets, and some of the kale. Then just take that out. It's been like literally a minute and a half. Add your pasta in. For the pesto sauce, To the kale and broccoli, add in the juice of 1 lemon plus the zest, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, some garlic salt, fresh black pepper, plus 2 garlic cloves, half a cup of packed basil, 3/4 of a cup of nuts and seeds. I'm using a 1/4 cup of hemp seeds, a 1/4 cup of cashews, and a 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds, soaked in boiling water. And to blend up the pesto, I used about a cup of reserved pasta water. Kale broccoli pesto back in. This made a ton of pesto. Almost all of it, but I'm gonna save some for my morning toast. And then add some more of the pasta water. Mix this on up. And some sun-dried tomatoes. And here's how my finished kale pesto pasta turned out. It probably doesn't look very appetizing, but this was actually so good. Me and Colin really loved it, and you get a ton of veggies in there with the pasta, which is actually a pea protein pasta, so there's extra protein in there as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Let me know if I should do another one of these. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!